Hey guys, here's a video for putting on the pocket for the romper. Okay, so I've just cut out samples. Here's the front of the pant. Here's the pocket liner with that same edge as the front of the pant. And here's the outer pocket. And all of these are the right side of your fabric. Okay, so first step you're gonna do, you see how, let me make sure this is here. Okay, so here's your pant and here's the slanted edge. Here's the crotch. Okay, this is the front pant piece and here's the slanted edge. Take the pocket liner, that same slanted edge, and do right sides together right there. Okay, and you are going to stitch right along here. So when you stitch, use your same seam allowance. I'm using 1/2 inch, and your pocket should fit perfectly right along that slanted edge, right sides together. Okay, so now that it's stitched, all right, so that's the first edge. These are the right sides. Fold it out and press it. And what I want you to do, let me check the pattern and see if it wants you to understitch. I want you to understitch, even if you don't. Yeah, okay, let's do an understitch. All right, so fold out the pocket, turn it over, ignore that. That was my first writing, okay? Here's your seam, right here. Press it down, and I want you to understitch on the seam on the pocket side, okay? This makes your pocket smoother when it's turned in and complete, okay? So again, let me show you again. You've already stitched, right sides together. Turn it out, just press it, okay? And when you turn it over, I want you to understitch the seam, lay the seam down on the pocket side, the whole seam. Don't trim it, don't do anything. Lay the whole seam down, press it, and stitch down on top of the seam. Show you what understitching looks like. All right, I've pressed it. Here's the seam, here's the pocket side, and I'm gonna lay the seam down and just stitch on top. Basically, you're just stitching the seam down. The thread is caught. You're just stitching the seam down to keep it in place. Just make sure it's straight. The pattern does not say do this, but I want you to do it because it's a great technique to keep your pockets flat and neat. Okay, so once it's understitched, all right, and then my machine's been. Once you get done understitching, you're just gonna fold it back and see how nice and neat your fold happens when you've understitched. So that's the first step in putting that first pocket piece. Here's the right side of your pant, and here's the right side of your pocket. Okay, the first piece of your pocket. All right, let me show you how to put the second piece. We're looking at the inside of the pant, and here's the right side of the pocket, okay? Here is the right side of the pocket outer. It's a facing, it's an outer, you know, whatever. Right sides together, line up the pocket outer with the curved edge of the pocket, okay? And when you line up the outer pocket or the facing with the curved edge of the pocket, the inside pocket, it will also line up the top edge of the pant, okay? If it doesn't, something's wrong. But that pocket should line up just like that, okay? I'll do it again. So here's the inside of your pant. You've already stitched the pocket liner on and you flipped it to the inside. So there's a smooth seam right there, okay? This is the inside of your pant. Take the right side of the pocket outer and lay it down, lining up the curved edge of the inside pocket. Line up that curved edge, okay? And what you're gonna do, it lines up on the side here of the pant, and it also lines up at the top, on the top edge. And your next step is to stitch around the curved edge, not to the pant. You're just stitching the pocket pieces only. Just stitch the pocket pieces together. That's your first step in stitching. All right, I'm just going to stitch the pocket curved edges together. Here's the pocket edges, the curved edge, the two pocket pieces stitched together. Now just lay everything down. Make sure your seam is there. And just lay it's a completed pocket now. So just lay it down. And if you want to turn it over and see what it looks like, this should be the right side of your pocket. See? Here's the right side of the inside pocket. So really pretty. So line up the pant edge here and line up the top edge. And just base stitch down just to keep it in place. A regular stitch, not a wide stitch. Just stitch the pocket edge down. See how it's layered? Stitch down here on the top edge of your pant and then stitch on the side of your pant, and then you are done with inserting your pockets and you're ready to put your pant pieces together so that you can put it to stitch it to the bodice. All right, here's your pant piece, your front pant. Just base stitch this down maybe 1/4 inch because you don't want it to show when you do your casing, and the side so the pocket is on. Okay, good luck, and I will see you this evening in class.